Hello, beloveds. How are you? I wanted to take a moment. I'm celebrating something. Celebrating. I always feel whenever like my written word gets put in the book, I feel like, oh, I'm immortal now. I'm immortal now. So I wanted to introduce this book. Hopefully that'll flip back around. She of the Sea. I randomly ran across requests for submissions and submitted a piece that got published in this amazing book. And that in of itself is amazing and a blessing. But um, the collector of this book is Lucy Pierce, and the publishing company is Womencraft Publishing, and they are an incredible publishing company. And I got to meet Lucy at an Herbal Women's Conference, and she was delightful. I mean, like, delightful and sweet, and it was like such an honor for this particular publishing company to decide to publish a piece of work, and I really hope that I get to work with them again. But I wanted to share the poem that got published, and I wrote it for this book. And it came through the way when spirit or your muse channels you, it came out quick and fierce, and I submitted it and they accepted it graciously and sweetly. So I want to read to you the poem that I wrote for that, and it's called Meeting Her. I didn't meet the ocean till later in life, till desperation and despair flung me into a car to blindly cross the continent without any sense of what would be on the other side. But when we met, I had no place to put her vastness. She overwhelmed me. Ohio, which is where I'm from, is landlocked. The Ohio River offers some elemental water magic, just enough current to keep things moving. I was born on those riverbanks, an alien outsider. I watched as the humans seemed to understand how to make life work, while I had to be medicated to not fear everything or feel like I wasn't falling down a black hole. I did not know then that I was a titan trying to make home in a shoebox. A moment came when I knew my soul was breaking, when I knew the damage would be permanent. Spirit conspired in my favor, and I offered to help a friend drive to San Francisco. Shout out to Spinta Candawala. Two girls running, seeking, and desperate for something different. When the ocean finally met me, I unconsciously recognized that she was the only thing that was big enough, deep enough, and wide enough to hold my grief, my anger, and my madness. My heart thrilled at her power and bigness. Now I realize it was because it mirrored my own. I could not go back to my river home. I had to expand into my greatness, which I did. For 10 years, I lived with the smell of the ocean in the air. We made friends, we made love, and I never stopped fearing her. But I learned her as a teacher, a master teacher. And on the week that I decided to move back to Ohio to take care of my mother, a giant elephant seal beached itself at my feet. Beautiful like me, I wept. I thanked the ocean and this harbinger of change, who reminded me that I have grown so big because the ocean and the stars had given me the room to. Bless you all. Grow big, and if you need help, go to the ocean to remind you how big you can be. Right? Look up at the stars and remember how big you can be. And even if I love the homage that you grow as big as the container you're in, and that is in part true. I am part true. But when you know that you're a titan, you never tried to fit into a container anyway. So be that big that no matter where you are, whether it's a small container, a big container, no matter where you are, there's never a container big enough for your spirit and your being. So don't even try. Just keep growing into it. Size of the cosmos, infinite. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll talk to you later.